Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're just out on a little range test here on the Rev1. I've had to do this test in 3 rides. The first ride I did 21 miles. The second ride I did 14. As we've come on now, I'm on 3.80 miles to add on to that 35 miles we've already run. So how did I ride it? Well, kind of in pedal assist 2 and 3. Mostly 3, 65% of the time in 3. About 35% in 2. Did do some throttling. We got the bike up to 35 miles an hour probably 4 times in that run. The first 2 days the winds were real light. Today's a little windier. We'll see where we end up. We still got 2 bars of battery. We just went to 2 bars. I'm going to finish out most of this in 3 and 2. Little throttling like this. So I'm going to stay around my neighborhoods. Just kind of riding the bike like how I like to ride it. I usually use the pedal assist 3 on the uphill into the winds and 2 on kind of downhills or a coast even. So, you know, coasting is your friend. Saves your battery. Get up to a good speed on a downhill and then just let it coast the rest of the way. And speed limits in most of my neighborhoods here are 20, so I do try to stay around the speed limit in the neighborhoods. Zip through the park and then we'll head back into the neighborhood just to finish off. Said I have not run this battery down past the 2nd bar, so I do not know how long this is going to last. Finding out together. I have not really done a range test on this. Know this, it seems like it's going to go pretty far. We're almost at 40 miles. Still 2 bars of battery. So I'm gonna stop and take a little swig of water. Just real quick. So, what do I think so far? Well, I think the suspension is great on this bike. I would have probably been one of those guys that argued with you about suspension forks on these. Told you, it really wasn't necessary. But this bike definitely has some qualities to it that you can feel with the suspension for sure. Even the rear shock, even with some of the best suspension seat posts, they're still not. I mean, I have what I consider to be one of the better suspension seat posts on the Rad for the money. That's the SR Suntour, but it's still not a rear shock. Once you get that sag set on these rear shocks, and, you get the air pressure how you want it. We're over 40 miles, so that's not too bad. I can tell you, if I'm going on a group ride and the ride's more than 30 miles, I'm probably not going on it anyway. And if there's no stopping point in between for a break, maybe even a charging point. So, a lot of the rides here, a lot of the guys have faster bikes and faster PEVs, and they want to go faster. So a lot of times they'll put down that the ride's longer than it really is gonna be, just to keep slower bikes from coming. We get 5 more miles, we get 45 miles, I'm gonna say that's pretty dang good. The other thing, the throttle, you have good throttle control on this bike. You know, on the electric XP Lite, the throttle's kind of always wants to go full throttle. You have fairly good throttle control. I mean, you can throttle just real low. You see, that's just 3 bars of power. Seen some other channels with this bike that I believe probably got them for free. They're more of like review channels talking about the battery, the first bar not last very long. I don't have that issue with this battery. This seems to run more like a normal e-bike battery. The first battery bar lasts longer than any of them. That's a Jeep family. Now, like any bike, I can feel the power. We're still going to get 25 miles per hour up this little hill. I'm not surprised that this bike's going to get this kind of mileage. Ride1Up is a really good e-bike company. They just don't specialize in fat tire bikes. They're more of a commuter bike. That's more of their expertise. But I'm sure glad they ventured off into this thing and decided to let people have it for this price. Jeez. Wonder what they save on the brakes not being branded. Even though, boy, these are sure nice brakes. I'll tell you that. The levers, everything's. I mean, we adjusted the brakes on this bike when I set it all up, and I haven't had to do anything to them other than break them in. I see the throttle there didn't accelerate like it does earlier in the battery life. That throttle's got not much left. What a stop, huh? People get on me for not stopping. Stop signs. Yeah, one of the number one reasons why we don't stop at stop signs is so we get better range. I don't know why y'all complain about that. Yeah, we just hit one bar. We're at 44 miles, one bar. I can tell you the throttle not got much juice. The pedal assist still seems to be humping. we're just going to take this down till it starts blinking, and then we're done. So it's going to be right around my area here. So if it does die, I can just kind of scoot it down the hill home. Let's see what we can still get in 3 here. We still get 25. Maybe. Yep. Uphill, still going. That throttle almost ain't even working. I'm going to take this to 45 miles and then we're going to call it it. Because I can tell you the throttle just doesn't have nothing. It may be a little bit still, but believe me, I'm very happy with 45 miles. I'm not ever going to ride 45 miles on this in a day. So yeah, we hit 45. We'll go ahead and go around one more time, though. Maybe hit 46. That's pretty good range. Yeah, let me say this is a big battery, you know, with high quality cells. So it doesn't surprise me that the bike you know, for some of y'all who, I'm not going to do just a throttle range test. I bought this bike. If this was a review bike, I'd do something like that for you. But this is my bike. This is the kind of bike you can take out with your group rides and keep up with everybody. Probably do a 30-mile ride easily. I hope the police are coming for me. Here they come. Well, I'd say 46 miles is pretty good, y'all. We're gonna call it the ride. Hope this was informative for some of y'all. I hope it, you know, I know some of y'all would buy a bike like this just to throttle, and there's occasions where I would probably just throttle this too, but I wanted to do kind of a range test, how I kind of ride. So hey, leave me a like, leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next ride. Y'all have a good one.